Hello, this is October 29, 2023. Thanks for stopping in. We're going to go over some market analysis, and then we're going to look at some of our options positions and think about what we're going to be looking for tomorrow for the 0 day to expiration. All right, so let's look at the chart. All right, so we have here on the left, I have a tick-based chart, and on the right, I have a time-based chart. What I've found is that the tick-based chart really gives a lot of clarity with ranges. I'm big on ranges, and it really gives us a really good idea what ranges we should be looking at. So let's zero down, and at the open today, the market has broken out of some of the key levels that happened on Friday. So we had this looks like a 4144 level here, and so there we are. So we had this 4144 level, and it looks like the market is breaking out above that level. If we go over here to our time-based chart, we can see we've had several down days, and most likely, I think it's probably time to start cycling back up again. I'm not forecasting that, but it's been a big move down, so I think probably things are going to start moving back up. Still within Friday's range, though. We had to get above 4190. That's a key level before we really start looking long. Okay, so we're still inside of this big red candle. Looks like the market's breaking out, but you can see here's our levels here. Okay, so we're like, this is the previous day high, 4186, previous day low, 4121, kind of in this zone. So most likely, this is just a pullback in the previous day's range or Friday's range. This is a pullback. On the weekly, we're still on the weekly chart, we're still in a big down bar. Okay, big red bar in a cycle of lower lows going down. There's nothing that's, that could potentially point that this is going to break. On the daily chart, we're still inside this daily range that we looked at. And we highlighted here, this is the previous day high, previous day low, right? So when the market right now is pulling back, it's retracing back about halfway in the previous day's range and Friday's range. And what I am thinking, I'm always going for a continuation move. So, but what I like to do is my first step. Our first step typically is to go to the VOLD indicate. We look at our internals. So obviously these are off right now. The volume up down difference, and I look at the VOLD to determine direction, overall market flow. How many stocks are going up versus how many stocks are going down. That thing is really great because it gives you a tell. It tells you which direction you should be thinking. Now that doesn't really start rolling until about 15 minutes into the session. Okay, so what I'm looking for Monday is if we're still inside of this range by say market open tomorrow. If we're still inside this range, I'm going to look at the open, wait for 15 minutes, look at the volume up down difference, look at VOLD, see which direction the market is flowing in. Another good tool to check out is Market Watch. All right, so in Market Watch, there's obviously the heat map gives you a kind of a big visual. The indices, there's two things here. There's heat map and there's index watch. An index watch will tell you exactly how many shares are going up versus down. So let's see if we can pull that from Friday. See, it's cleared. It's 0 right now, but on Friday, what you would have saw is that out of the 500 shares in the S&P, like 350 of them were advancing, and the other remaining were, 350 were declining, and the remainder were advancing. So it was a big down day. The volume was going down. The VOLT indicator was going down. So you're looking for ranges to play. So tomorrow, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a continuation move, meaning the market's been making lower lows. We're inside of a lower low day, and I'm waiting for the market to point to give us a negative flow. Like I want to see the VOLT opening negative. Once I see that, I'm going to wait for a range to form like this. I want to say this is Friday's, this was Friday's 9 opening range right here. Okay, so like Friday, what I did was I basically said, okay, this is our range. I waited for this range to kick in, and this was my resistance level that I played off of, 4176. So I went into the option chain. All right, I went into the option chain and sold the 4176 call spread. All right, so if we did that now, we basically would be around 30 delta, which would give us a 1-to-1 trade. But we don't want to do that right now because we don't know what the volume is going to be looking like at the open. I mean, it might this retracement might continue through the previous day high and low and start trending upward. So in the past, I would always just base it on this, but now I like to see that volume open. I think that's huge. I like to see how the market opens. I like to give it about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Look at the volume flow. Look at the overall market using this Market Watch tool that I just showed you. And then make my move. Okay, so right now we have some levels plotted. We don't have a range, but I would wait for a range to form. Let's say, it's 9:30 or 9:45, and we get a range like this. We'll just hypothetically do this. I'll say we get a range like, I don't know if I can even draw it here. Well, we'll wait for that range to form, and then go to my option chain, the 0 data expiration, and sell that resistance level. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for tomorrow for zero data expiration trade. How is that going? Well, over the course of the beginning of the year, I've been doing basically that trade, and it's been going well. I have a spreadsheet that I'll share later, but overall it's consistent, very consistent. And yes, this is a trading account, but a simulated trading account, but that's just because I don't like to show my live account. But it's still the same same science, same idea behind it. And you can see it's overall, it's going well. Okay, so that's it for today. I will check in with everybody tomorrow, and we will again talk about the strategy, how it's going, and go from there. All right, have a good night. Take care.